Hey everybody, we're going to draw belts from the movie Croods. So let's put a line right at the top of the paper. It's going to be a branch, and the thickness of the branch, I just want you to put a little slice above it to show the thickness. Then down below here, about this far down, I want you to make two eyes, two circles that far apart. And then inside, I want you to draw two more circles. That's going to be the shiny part of his eye. Then we're going to do the pupil. It goes around just like that. This is going to be a fantastic drawing. You're going to love it. The other eye gets a pupil also, just a round circle inside. And then we'll make his eyes green later. Okay, so start the line at the top of his eye and bring it down just a short distance. And then we're going to make his forehead. The little dot right up there, not much above his eye, and bring it down to connect it to that little line. Now we're going to draw a part and bring his hairline down.
If you want to, you can pause this video and get caught up, because we're going very fast.
Now we're going to draw a teardrop right here. Start at the top of his eyes and just make a teardrop, then a triangle upside down and a little smiley underneath it. Try that. Now we're going to make a small chin right underneath there and connect it to the line that we drew from his eye. Now we'll draw an arched line from the inside corner of his eye down to his cheek. Let's do his body. We're going to draw a long U. See how far down it goes? It comes back up under his other cheek. Then the chest goes zigzagging lines all the way around following the U. And we'll finish the bottom of his hairdo with the same zigzag line coming down to meet his body. Okay, now here's the fun part. We're going to have him hanging. Okay, so see where his arms will go straight up to the limb, the tree limb, and then we're going to draw 3 claws over his arm and bumps over the top, and then drag our line out for the tree limb. Same thing on the other side. His other arm stays the same thickness as the first. We bring our limb over, we do our 3 claws, do the bumps higher than your limb, and then carry your limb on out from the page, keeping your limb about the same width also. And his legs are easy. They just a little arch, which means a little bend in the line, and 3 claws. And the other leg you'll move over to the same side, the same height, and then do the same thing with it. Take your time, rewind, and check how I did it if you need to. Now, on the eyes I use a light green and a dark green. I'm starting with the dark green under his eyelid. And I just put a few lines down in the bottom. And then I go to a lighter green, and then I actually go to a yellow at the very bottom to show highlights in his eyes. Now I'm using a light brown and a dark brown on his fur for the brown part. The dark brown goes next to the black line, the black marker, and then the light brown goes in all the rest of the area. And in this video I want to show you the importance of layering. It starts out very light. See, I have most of his brown covered here, but I start going darker and darker. I go over it a few times, and it makes it richer and shows more depth every time. Right under his belly, see how I've darkened that area? On the edges of his arms, I've darkened that area, and under his hair and his armpits, very dark. So, and I'll go over them and I'll keep making them darker. And I'm using a tan color for his chest and his face. Now the limb, I do the 2 brown colors I used for his body. A dark brown, I make some streaks and some Z's in the limb, and then dark brown shading on the bottom of the limb and light brown on the top of the limb. And I have put gray on his claws. Now I'm just going to go through and darken every area again. It makes it richer. I'm going to darken my shadows. You see where they're at on the edges of the lines and underneath things like his belly and his hair. You can stop right here if you want to, but I'm going to make a little limb with some leaves on it. And I just draw a little vine and I put a leaf on the end. And you can watch me do what I'm doing and copy it, a line with a leaf. And that's about it for that. Maybe I'll make one on the other side too. What do you think? One up here. Yep. Hiding behind the limb. And we'll make it even on both sides by putting a little more leaves on the other side. Well, now it's time to color them. I'm going to use a light green and a dark green and a yellow. Mostly the greens are going near my black marker, and then a little bit of yellow highlight on the edge of the leaves. That's about it. You could make them all green if you wanted. You don't have to put the yellow. Here's what they look like close up. You can make light green and dark green leaves only, however you want. Now we're going to put a little brown on the branch. That's easy as can be. And just another layer over everything. Look at the difference between his arm right there with the third layer. Look how good it got. If you've got the patience, do another layer because it really makes things look so much prettier. Your lines from your pencil lines kind of go away and it just looks better. It looks richer. See it? As you darken it up, how much nicer it gets. So that's how I like to do my drawings, in layers. Get the color on the guy and then just start darkening him up. Put a layer upon a layer upon a layer, and this is what you'll come out with. Lay your pencil sideways so you don't scratch real hard. Lay your pencil sideways and it comes on smooth, and just build it up. Thank you for being here, and if you want to draw with us again and see our new videos as they come out, then don't forget to subscribe. It's good having you here, and don't forget to have a little fun every day. Bye-bye.